Coming up on today's Designing Texas, we go inside a fabulous home, give great gifts away, and we are at home in the hills of Kingswood. Designing Texas starts right now. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jocelyn White, and welcome to Designing Texas. Also, this is our holiday show, and do we have a great setting or what? We're here at the gorgeous Dallas Arboretum, where Holidays at the Arboretum is underway, and our show is chock full of goodies today in the program and to give away here on the show, including some free tickets for the Arboretum's special holiday display. Our show is a full one today, so we decided we'd wrap two features into one, Tour Time and the Designing Texan. Now, it's really easy to do when you've got a designer and a store owner and a guy who really has a fabulous home, like Gary Riggs. Gary, now how does the penthouse high-rise compare to all the other places you've lived?
The thing about this one was that we found enough space that it was large enough that we had a place to put everything in. There were finally closets. The space sold us, but then the view is just incredible here.
And what's wonderful is you don't have just one view.
Really, we've got three views. It makes it really nice because you're seeing everything. We look right down on Clyde Warren Park, so there's all of that where there's not any high buildings. And then across the street is the Dallas Museum of Art and Nasher and Winspear and the Symphony Hall. We see Pegasus and we see the clock tower and some of the historic parts of Dallas. At night just totally transforms because it becomes a light show.
Let's come inside. Great space.
Really good space. It's a great place to entertain because the living and kitchen dining area is all really spacious, and it allows to have several sitting areas, as well as if you're working in the kitchen or preparing and that, you can still visit.
Wonderful for the holidays. You have decked your own halls for Christmas. Well, it's kind of fun. Let's talk about the trees and every room.
Yeah.
The colors that you have here in the great room.
The tree is just really full of everything. And it is, because there are ornaments on this tree that were on my grandmother's tree when I was a little boy. And so, it goes from that all the way to, things that are new or, that just have come out.
Master bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable space.
It's a great space. The thing found in looking in high rises with a lot of the masters was that you put a king-size bed in and that's all there was.
Mm-hmm.
But this has got the corner windows, which was really nice, and so we floated the bed, basically, but you can see all, to the north and to the west.
What about your tree in your bedroom? I love it. I love having a tree
Well, that
in
one
the bedroom.
kind of called just a wonderland, and it's just all silver and gold and white and crystal bubbles and stuff, so it has kind of the winter wonderland flavor about it. And in the blue and white of the room, it turned out really pretty.
And the master bath was really what took my breath away, because usually it's a trade-off. You have a great walk-in shower or you have a fabulous tub. Very rarely do you have both, and closet space.
Now that was really the attraction of this, and the master bathroom is really good sized, and which is great if you like to have those big hot baths.
Sure.
And then the walk-in showers and that, but then the closets are all large enough in the house that there's a place to actually put everything.
You also have a really cool TV room.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's nice in this place is that there's a separate room, and I guess it could be a study, but we have it as TV room, and it's great because there's no windows, so it does kind of become a little bit of a media room. So it's fun to crowd, everybody around and to watch a TV show or a movie or something, and and put a little tree in there that's just more traditional looking.
From a house in the suburbs to secluded bungalows to this special place in the clouds above Dallas, I think Gary has finally settled on where he wants to be.
Gary, how long do you think you'll live here?
I don't know, kind of would like forever. We just like it that much.
Still ahead, the Fielder Report, the copper lamp, and more than a few of my favorite things. But next, join us for the show within a show. We're at home in the hills of Kingswood.
Hi, I'm David Bradley, and this is your Mortgage Minute. Is there any benefit to closing your home purchase in December of the current year over waiting until January of the next year? Absolutely. When you close in December, you're able to apply for your homestead exemption the following January 1st. If you close in January, then you would not be able to apply for your homestead exemption until January the following year. You'd lose a whole year of property tax reduction by waiting. In this case, good things don't come to those who wait. Another benefit of closing sooner, if you pay points on a loan, then those points may be tax deductible in the year incurred. Waiting until January pushes that deduction into the next year. Check with your tax advisor for guidance based upon your specific tax situation. I'm David Bradley, and this has been your Mortgage Minute.
Welcome to our show within the Designing Texas show. We call it At Home in the Hills of Kingswood. I'm Jocelyn White, with me developer and mastermind John Zouzelka. John, usually we're introducing our vendors, and we do have some to talk about a little bit later who are building inside our 3 dream homes here at the Hills of Kingswood. But today's kind of a special Christmas gift, holiday present, if you will, to all of you. It's a love letter to the town of Frisco, which is where we are. And you love the town of Frisco.
I do, Jocelyn. I love the town of Frisco so much. I've been here really since 1989, 1990, and fell in love with it then. And at that time, the city was only approximately 7,500 people.
And how many do we have here today?
Well, today, as of just a little while ago when I checked, it was 150,000 people and growing, because this is the fastest growing city in the United States.
That's amazing. That's phenomenal growth. I remember at first everyone was worried about the infrastructure because it exploded overnight. They have it down here in the town of Frisco.
They do indeed. They've had visionaries that have run this city, and some very special people. There's a gentleman named George Purefoy, who was the city manager when I first moved here, still is the city manager, and he has had a phenomenal vision for how he wanted this place to be special.
And here's a sneak peek at the town of Frisco, now a big city indeed. Frisco, Texas. It's come a long way from its humble beginnings as a stop along the early Preston Trail. City Manager George Purefoy's initial vision could have never conceived of today's incredible growth.
You know, it's really interesting. George Purefoy, our city manager, has been the only city manager Frisco has ever had as a home rule city. So he got here in 1987. You know, the stories were that he'd be out with the public works crew working on the street, did what he needed to do to make sure Frisco was financially sound, and had a great vision and works really well with the elected leaders and creating what we have today, which is a very special community. In fact, this building we're doing this interview in, the George Purefoy Municipal Center, was named after him. He fought it, he didn't like it, but you know, the city council thought that much of him to do that.
It's 25 minutes from both DFW International Airport and Dallas Love Field. It's a shopping mecca with over 8 million square feet of retail, including Stonebriar Center. It's a mecca for big businesses and their headquarters as well. Toyota, IKEA, and the new Dallas Cowboys Football Club headquarters, set to open in 2016. Sports is already big in Frisco, with the Dr. Pepper Ballpark, the Dr. Pepper Arena, and Toyota Stadium. And then there are the places to live in a city deemed Tree City USA by the National Arbor Association, Frisco fulfills that real estate mantra of location, location, location.
Well, you know, Frisco is still one of the fastest growing cities in the U.S. We're over 150,000 in population, but our build out is estimated to be about 375,000. So we still have a long ways to go. Frisco is a destination. We're a tourism destination. You know, Men's Journal a few years ago named us as the best place to raise an athlete in the country. So clearly we're on that path.
I think it's safe to say George Purifoy's dream has come true. Now maybe it's on to a bigger and even better vision? Who can imagine?
We know the direction we're going in. It's a very master planned community, great public safety. And I can tell you a lot of people are moving here. Number one, schools. They love the schools. We have you know, one of the largest school populations in North Texas, growing rapidly, and we've opened 2 high schools in the last 2 years and 2 more under construction. And you know, jobs, wonderful jobs, and public safety. People will not move in an area that's not safe. Frisco is a very safe community.
I think Frisco, Texas, is the perfect place for the hills of Kingswood. And now it's time for us to visit one of our vendors, one of the people who will make magic inside one of our custom homes. Now this is Pat Devlin, and he is the guy behind all of the cool smart home features, safety, audio, video. Pat Devlin, Smart Systems of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex.
Yes, and he is working with one of our favorite builders here in the hills of Kingswood. And he is working with Tony Visconti of Bella Custom Homes.
And we love him. Here's a Smart System.
Smart Systems is an automation company that works in the residential area in the DFW market. And we've been doing this work for about 15 years now. One of our challenges and something that we work very hard on is staying up with the technology, because technology is changing so rapidly. It's a big focus of ours to keep up with the current trends. Some of the other things we do, in addition to automation, we do custom theaters. One main feature of this theater that I think is really important for people to understand is available to them is we do not just a standard HD shape screen, but we do a 235 shape screen, which is a different aspect ratio that's 33% wider than the standard high definition screen. It's the same aspect ratio that you would see in a movie theater. It's different than just coming to a standard home theater shape screen. And I think that's very important to be more involved and more like a theater experience. What makes that possible is by using a different kind of lens attachments or settings in projectors that are now available that stretch out that image, but at the same time maintain the proper geometry and aspect ratio. There's different factors that go into a room when you're determining how to make it sound and perform the best. So one of the challenges that we had for this room was to be able to maintain the proper size and have it be as big as possible, because we don't want to just close down the size of the room. So maintaining the size, we were able to look at speaker placement so that the speakers, if they're placed in the proper positions, really optimizes the sound. They excite standing waves differently, and they make the room sound differently if you put the speakers in different positions. We've been working with Tony Visconti for over 10 years doing his media rooms and his automation systems. And he really allows us to do state-of-the-art work. He really builds an amazing home. And he allows us to be creative and to really make sure that the technology is current and that we can really do what his type of home demands. This is an example of the control center for the house. So this is where all the electronics are, so that we don't have to show anything in the house. Everything can be hidden in here, from the amplification to the distributed audio, the surround sound rooms and the different amplifiers, and then your different sources, all the video distribution and satellite boxes, all the way through to the media server and the Kaleidoscape player that can send movies to any of the rooms in the house. So in this business, simplicity is the name of the game. Everything has to be easy to use. And with an Elan system, everything is very, very simple. Everything is icon driven. If you want to change the temperature, it's very simple. Select a room, temperature up, set a schedule. Everything's very easy. And you have access from the screens or from your iPhone equally from anywhere in the world. This is really my passion. This is why I got in the business 15 years ago, was to share this experience, a really unique experience in people's homes, so you can have this cinema type experience that's you can only find or capture in a movie theater, and now it's in their homes. That's the kind of experience we want to share with people working with Tony Visconti in the Hills of Kingwood Estates.
Wow.
The smart systems that Pat Devlin is installing are truly incredible, and it's going to be wonderful here in the Hills of Kingswood in a Tony Visconti home. And there'll be many quality craftsmen in January that you're going to have a chance to meet.
Yes, that's in 2016. You'll see us every month on the third Sunday here on Channel 8. And in the meantime, we're at home here in the Hills of Kingswood. We hope you will be too. Contact Sharon Webb for more information or ask for her at the Gatehouse. Still to come on the show, my favorite things. Get that pen and paper handy to write down your favorites and also get the email address to enter. Good luck. The SPCA of Texas and its Home for the Holidays have given new meaning to being in the doghouse. The architects of AIA Dallas have brought 18 amazing and imaginative houses for canine companions to this area between Starbucks and Victoria's Secret at North Park Mall. Now, the raffle for the doghouses is tomorrow, December 7th, and the winner of Best Doghouses were announced at Nespresso. Check out the best of show, this Benchy Bungalow. Now, I was entering for its raffle before I even knew it was the winner. It is very clever, but they all are. Now, the houses over Thanksgiving were joined by our adoption pavilion, now up at North Park till December 23rd. Take your new best friend home for the holidays. Welcome back to Designing Texas. It is the My Favorite Things giveaway. Items from some of my favorite stores, some of my favorite things, and you have the chance to own them if your name is drawn when you go to our website and enter. Item number 1, this wonderful cookie platter from Panache in Frisco. Our friend Nancy Pearson donated it. It even has a Christmas cookie recipe. Then item number 2, from Tootsie's, a wonderful Niven Morgan goodies smorgasbord, from hand soaps and lotions to body lotions and soaps, a candle, room spray. Item number 3, tickets to the Arboretum. We talked about the 12 days of Christmas and all the spectacular things underway. These are daytime passes, but 6 of them. Number 4, a Fornacetti candle from our friends at Elements. This one's in black and gold. Let me tell you, these are probably the priciest candles you will ever own, and they smell fantastic. Item number 5, a book by my great friend Janelle Friedman, who is known for her entertainment expertise. Janelle has written the go-to book, and it is the book for the holiday season. It's also autographed. Item number 6, Chris Ward invites you to come to the Mercury as his guest, a $200 gift certificate at one of the best restaurants in Dallas, and he was almost the White House chef. Item number 7, for those who are animal friendly, as I am, from our pal Kathy Fielder, check it out. Kathy has a manufacturing company. They do faux fur, and she is donating this wonderful long faux fur vest. Isn't it great? It looks real, but no animals were harmed in the production of this product. And finally, number 8, the real holiday gift of the season for adults, an espresso machine, and they can do just about anything. And this is compliments of our great friends at the Hills of Kingswood. Now, to register for My Favorite Things, go to our website at designingtexas.com. That's designingtx.com. Good luck. And now it's time for the Field Report. Kathy, take it away.
Thanks, Jocelyn. Hi, I'm Kathy Fielder, and this is the Fielder Report. It's time for home for the holidays, family, friends, making memories by the fire. And at KF Design Lifestyle, we are super excited about guest rooms. Today, I'm going to bring you fresh new guest room ideas and inspiration, tips and more to put your holiday guests up in style. Honestly, the most surefire way to make sure that your guests are pleasantly surprised and feel really welcome in your guest room is to pick the little finishing touches and accessories that you would feel really great about if you were staying in the space. If you do that, your guests will be so happy and they may never want to leave. The key to an inviting guest room is to make sure that it's warm, it's cozy, that it wraps its arms around your guests. You want to be in the space and make sure that you would feel comfortable if you were staying in it. You want cozy and plush pillows. You want a soft, beautiful throw that makes you want to just sit and cuddle and read a magazine or a book. Make sure you have fresh flowers. Make sure you have bedding that is lovely and that guests want to dive into. Spend the night in the bed. Make sure you like it, because if you don't like it, your guests probably won't either. You want it to have texture and color, beautiful design. You want it to be laid out, maybe even a desk space that you're able to go and sit and get a little bit of work done. In today's busy world, you just want to make sure that the room is appointed and well made, well thought out, so that your guest is pampered and enjoys their stay while they're with you. So good design really and truly is in the details, and a guest suite is no different. Making sure that you have a cheese tray or a glass of champagne never hurts, and your guests will be so engaged and be so inviting that they will never want to leave. Stay in touch, keep connected, follow along with us at kathyfielder.com. And that is the Fielder Report. Salute.
Love that Field Report. Love that, Kathy. Before we close the show today, as always, we have the finishing touch to send your way. And it's about a gift emporium that does get Santa's approval stamp. It's that cavern of delights known as the Copper Lamp. Well, John, Santa Claus is coming to town.
He is coming to town, and it's pretty obvious in here. We have...
You have decked the halls and decked the walls.
We really have.
So we're standing in one of my favorite rooms here, which is all china and crystal. And what's hot in that world this year? Or every year, I guess.
Maybe every year it's the time for, some people like to get a new china with the holidays coming up. Maybe they're hosting the family Thanksgiving, and we've got all these Thanksgiving patterns from the top manufacturers that we have in stock and things you can look at and choose. We have sterling flatware patterns, many to choose from, and the same as well, is that it's a wonderful gift to give during all these occasions of birthdays and Christmas and things along the way.
The oldest thing you have in the shop is a piece of flatware.
Well, it's pieces of flatware. We've got a couple of servers from the 1750s, and then there are a few more each decade from there that we've got a lot of antique silver in the early 1800s.
Okay, coming around the corner to the beautiful pieces. Now, which one do you think is the most imposing?
Well, this piece is really interesting.
What is it? I see it has a spout.
Well, it's a coffee urn. I mean, you can put hot water, it's heated, and you can put hot water in there, and then the people can do decaf or whatever after the fact, or you can just put coffee or tea in it.
This piece you were talking about heated, and I said, this looks like a butter dish, but it's big. And
Well,
you say this is?
Well, it's just a roll-top server. This is English from about 1880, and in the bottom you've got a couple of trays, and under the second tray you can just put tap hot water to keep it. Yes, and then you can put rolls or vegetables or something that you serve from it.
Right.
And when you're not using it, it's a pretty decoration to put on a sideboard or something around your home.
It's beautiful. What is this?
That is an English biscuit box, which is technically a cookie jar. The English biscuits are like shortbread cookies or something.
So when they say, would you like a biscuit, they don't mean
Not a
biscuits like
biscuit,
we think.
a sweet biscuit, if you will.
Yeah. And here we come to what I think is probably one of the largest heron collections I've ever seen, and probably one of the largest in the state of Texas, for sure.
We have a really good collection within the shop, or things to look at of the heron items. And these are trunk show items we have, along with our lion is not available on a regular basis in the United States.
I mean, these are truly collectibles. These are really, really great. And you have a lot of the traditional
Yes.
heron as well. And what's in this little corner?
Oh, we have some fun things here, Jocelyn, some gift items. We've got Olivia Regal, a lot of these items, different, the mini crystal boxes, ring trays, and even champagne.
Even a little crown.
Little crown, yes.
You can put a great wine bottle or a candle in.
Absolutely.
What are lithophanes?
Well, a lithophane, these are actually by Bernardo, and they're porcelain, and we put a candle in them, they're lighted, and they each have a theme, like there's Christmas themes, there's different, our friends from Paris, that we have the different Parisian scenes on this side.
But
beautiful.
I love the
They're beautiful.
holiday ones, and they're so delicate.
Very detailed, wonderful work.
Really beautiful.
Yes.
You know, you talk about gift items. You've just got lots of gift items in the store.
We do have a lot of gift items, from simple little fun things to really fine antique silver.
I always call this Aladdin's Cave. This year it's Santa's Workshop.
Ooh, I like that, Jocelyn. Very good.
The copper lamp. Just love that Buchanan plan and the copper lamp. That's our show. We hope that you will join us next year. We'll be right here on January 17th, 2016. We'll be on all the third Sundays of next year. My partner Buddy Coronado and I want to wish you the happiest of holidays and the most blessed of New Years. And meantime, home is where every day is a holiday when you get in touch with the people you love. See you next year.